Dang, so this is what it's come to. This is what it's come to. Adam Silver's had to come in and say, hold up. You stay right there. You stay right there. I got to break up all this fighting and all this foolishness going on. Adam Silver has had to insert himself to make sure that there's no strike, no lockout, and to ensure that there is a 2026 WNBA season with future plans to also head to China. We got an ESPN article breaking down.
The pressure on WNBA Commissioner Cathy Engelbert just hit an all-time high because Adam Silver has officially stepped in. While she's getting booed by fans and losing player support, the NBA's boss is out here making massive global plans for Caitlin Clark's future. Well, here we go again. Another week, another WNBA headline, but this one's got the whole league buzzing because Adam Silver just walked right into the chaos, made a huge announcement about the WNBA's future, and in the process, made Cathy Engelbert look completely useless. And honestly, that's not even shocking at this point. Let's be real, the tension between Cathy Engelbert and the players has been building for months. The CBA negotiations are dragging, players are threatening a strike, and fans are straight up booing her in arenas. She's become the face of silence, while Adam Silver has become the guy with all the answers. It's getting so bad that even the media has started calling him the real commissioner of women's basketball. Now why is that? Because while Cathy's trying to survive another press conference without saying anything controversial, Adam Silver's already out here shaping the future, not just of the WNBA, but of Caitlin Clark's entire career.
Yeah, Adam Silver is not gonna let there be a lockout. Adam Silver is absolutely not going to let there be a WNBA lockout. The man is already making plans.
He just announced that the WNBA could soon be heading to China, and he didn't say someday or maybe. He said very soon. That's a major move. Silver told CNBC, "We have to get through the new collective bargaining agreement with our players. But once we do, there's so much interest in women's basketball here. I think we'd love to bring a WNBA game to Macau or mainland China." So while Cathy Engelbert's trying to convince players not to strike, Adam Silver's out there securing international deals. Let that sink in. He's basically telling the world, don't worry, I got this. And it's not just talk. The NBA already has a deep relationship with China through its partnership with the Chinese Basketball Association. They've got the resources, the marketing machine, and the global audience. Now they're opening that same door for the WNBA, and Caitlin Clark is at the center of it. Because let's be honest, if there's anyone who can sell out an arena in Shanghai, it's her. She's the face of the league. The one player who can move tickets, TV ratings, and social media numbers all by herself. Adam Silver knows that. Cathy Engelbert knows that. And that's exactly why this move hurts her reputation even more. Because Silver isn't just saving the lead, he's showing who really runs it. This is like your boss walking into your meeting and finishing your job in front of everyone. And that's exactly what just happened. The timing couldn't be worse for Engelbert either. She's already getting heat from all sides.
Basketball. It's symbolic of a massive business opportunity. And I got to talk to Adam Silver during a break in the game about growing this sport beyond the roughly 500 million fans the NBA already has in the country.
Amazing fan base in China. Certainly, while we didn't play here for several years, we never really left. I mean, our games were televised here the entire time, and interest has continued really unabated in the games themselves.
When you're looking at China and you have roughly 500 million fans, more than the population of the United States, where is your vision for the NBA in this country?
It's interesting, we announced a partnership with the China.
Fans booing her during the trophy ceremony. players calling her out privately, and even owners questioning her leadership. Remember, she was loudly booed in Phoenix while handing the championship trophy to Aja Wilson and the Aces. That wasn't a normal, "we don't like your outfit" boo. That was frustration from fans who feel like she's running the league into the ground. And to make it worse, the players aren't hiding their feelings anymore. Sophie Cunningham openly said that a lockout is possible. Nafisa Collier said she doesn't feel heard. Candace Parker straight up said Adam Silver communicates more than Cathy ever has.
NBA's second largest market. We have to get through a new CBA agreement with our players, and arguably you could say the largest market in the NBA. Had to get a new CBA with our players, but once we do, there's so much interest in women's basketball here, I think we'd love to bring a WNBA game to Macau or to mainland China. When asked when the WNBA could head to China, Silver replied very soon.
That's brutal. But now, Adam Silver is basically confirming what the players have been saying all along. The WNBA can't move forward under this kind of leadership. So he's stepping in, not with a press release, but with a plan. And let's be clear, when the NBA commissioner is announcing international expansion for the WNBA, that's not a small move. That's him taking control. The man literally flew to Macau for NBA preseason games. And instead of just promoting the NBA, he started talking about the WNBA's next move. He said, "We'd love to bring a WNBA game to Macau or mainland China." He's not guessing, he's scheduling. And here's the interesting part. The NBA already learned from its mistakes. Back in 2019, when former Houston Rockets GM Daryl Morey tweeted support for Hong Kong protests, China cut ties with the NBA overnight. It cost the league hundreds of millions. Adam Silver remembers that lesson. So now he's carefully rebuilding that relationship. And he's bringing the WNBA along for the ride. That's next-level strategy. Meanwhile, Cathy Engelbert's biggest headline this month was about her possibly resigning. The league literally had to release a statement denying rumors that she's stepping down once the new CBA is reached. That's not a good look, especially when your boss, the NBA commissioner, is out here landing billion-dollar partnerships and you're fighting with players over travel stipend. So yeah, the optics are terrible.
Commissioner Cathy Engelbert.
Adam Silver looks like the grown-up fixing the chaos, while Cathy looks like the reason there's chaos. There's even a viral tweet that said, Adam Silver runs the WNBA more than the person hired to run the WNBA. And honestly, they're not wrong. Because every major development, expansion, new franchises, media rights, and now global games has come straight from Silver's office, not Engelbert's. The latest expansion into Toronto and Portland, that wasn't her idea either. The NBA's marketing team pushed it forward. It's starting to look like Cathy's just there for photo ops. And that's dangerous, because the league's future depends on the next few months. The CBA deadline is set for October 31st. If no deal is reached, technically, they can extend negotiations until January. But that would mean delaying free agency, pushing back expansion drafts, and possibly throwing off the entire 2026 season. Adam Silver isn't letting that happen. He's already working behind the scenes to make sure it gets done, because he knows the stakes. He knows what a cancelled season would do. To sponsors, to players, and especially to Caitlin Clark's global momentum. The league finally has a star who can bridge the NBA and WNBA audiences. You don't risk that over boardroom drama. Silver's stepping in because he knows Caitlin Clark's success is the league's success. And that's why his announcement hit like a thunderbolt. It's not just about games in China. It's about making sure the WNBA survives long enough to actually play them. And right now, it's hard to see Cathy Engelbert being part of that future. So now the question everyone's asking is, what happens next? Well, for starters, Cathy Engelbert's seat just got hotter than ever. Fans are already calling for her to resign. Players are losing patience. And Adam Silver's calm, confident tone makes her look completely out of her depth. And honestly, that's what leadership looks like when one person is actually doing the work. The contrast between Silver and Engelbert couldn't be clearer. Silver is out there making international deals, giving interviews, and talking about the future. Engelbert, on the other hand, looks like she's trying not to make eye contact with anyone in the room. It's not just a bad look.
And at the end of the day, she's worried about her. In all of her statements, it's all like, well, I got us here and I should. And Cathy, no one cares. Literally, no one cares. Like how you're sitting right there, that's how we feel every time she speaks. Every time she speaks, us as players, that's how we feel.
Nafisa Collier said she doesn't feel heard. Candace Parker straight up said Adam Silver communicates more than Cathy ever has.
What was interesting was the amount of players that came to the defense of Fee and the crickets that came to the defense of Cathy for me. Adam Silver is Cathy's boss, and he is the commissioner of the NBA. I signed a deal with Amazon to broadcast for Amazon. I got a text from Adam Silver saying congratulations. I had my third child. I got a text from Adam Silver about my third child. Now, whether this is Adam or his assistant, somebody from the league office is reaching out to me. I got a baby gift for my third child. I get a Christmas gift from Adam Silver every year. I retired. Adam Silver sent me a text message that basically congratulated me on my career and how much I've done for the women's game, and he looked forward to how much I'm gonna do from the sideline. I have not heard from Cathy. I saw Cathy in Phoenix after I had been retired for 4 months at Phoenix All-Star Game, and she said congratulations in person. And that was the only time. And so you've heard other players, Sabrina Ionescu alluded to this, I have a better relationship with Adam Silver than I do Cathy. My 2 jersey retirements, there was no Cathy.
Yeah.
So I think that Adam Silver understands the process. I don't know if he understood that Cathy was not doing that either.
It's a disaster for her credibility. The WNBA players have said for months that they want transparency, fairness, and actual communication. But every time they talk about Cathy, you hear the same complaints. She doesn't respond. She doesn't listen. She's disconnected. Then you have Adam Silver, the NBA commissioner, showing up courtside in Macau and casually saying, yeah, we'll take the WNBA global soon. He's talking about Caitlin Clark playing games in China, before the WNBA's own commissioner even addresses the players' salary concerns. How do you even recover from that? And that's why people are saying it out loud now. Maybe Cathy Engelbert isn't the right person to lead the WNBA anymore. Because when your boss steps in to fix the mess you made, it's usually not a good sign. It's almost like Adam Silver had enough of the drama, the lockout rumors, the player frustration, the communication breakdown, and finally said, enough. I'll handle this. He knows the WNBA can't afford another public embarrassment. He's watched the fan base grow thanks to Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, and others. He's seen the ratings jump, and he's not letting all that progress go to waste because of leadership failure. And that's what this really comes down to, leadership. Cathy Engelbert's version of leadership has been hiding behind corporate language. She gives polite statements, says the right buzzwords, but never offers actual direction. Adam Silver, he makes things happen. When he says, very soon, people believe it. When Engelbert says, we're making progress, people roll their eyes. And that's the reputation gap that's destroying her. Even the ESPN article didn't help her case. They highlighted how players like Sophie Cunningham and Nafessa Collier are willing to strike to get what they deserve. That's not normal tension. That's a total breakdown of trust. You can't lead a league when your players are publicly saying they don't believe in you. And if there's one person who knows how dangerous that can be, it's Adam Silver. He's had to deal with player strikes, international controversies, and billion-dollar business deals. He understands that communication isn't optional. It's survival. That's why he's already positioning the WNBA as part of a bigger NBA ecosystem, global markets, shared sponsors, and new media rights that connect both leagues under one vision. It's smart. It's calculated, and it completely sidelines Engelbert. Because now, whenever something big happens in the WNBA, from expansion teams to global partnerships, everyone automatically assumes it's Silver's doing. Even the new Toronto and Portland teams. Most insiders say that deal came directly from the NBA's business team, not Cathy Engelbert's office. So, what exactly is she doing? At this point, even WNBA fans are asking that question. She's become a background character in her own league. Meanwhile, Silver's announcement about expanding to China wasn't just business. It was strategy. He knows how popular Caitlin Clark is internationally. The NBA's Chinese market is massive, and putting her front and center in that expansion could make her one of the most recognizable athletes on the planet. And when Caitlin Clark wins, the WNBA wins, whether Engelbert's running it or not. It's that simple. The Chinese Basketball Association has already agreed to collaborate on events that promote both NBA and WNBA players. That includes training exchanges, preseason games, and even summer camps. Silver said this partnership will develop the next generation of NBA and WNBA players from China. Translation: the WNBA's future is global, and Silver is the one building it. So where does that leave Engelbert? Probably in survival mode, because now every move she makes will be compared to his. If she announces anything, expansion, partnerships, new policies, people are going to ask, was that her idea or Adam Silver's? That's the problem when you lose control of your own narrative. She's not the face of progress anymore. She's the face of damage control. And it's not just the fans noticing. The owners know. The players know. Even the sponsors know. They've seen what happens when Silver gets involved. Things move fast, and money follows. So if the next big deal gets done under his direction, it's over for Engelbert's authority. She might keep her title, but she won't have any real power left. The best she can do now is ride out this CBA negotiation, hope for a clean deal, and pray that Silver doesn't officially replace her in 2026. Because honestly, that feels like where this is heading. And if you're Cathy Engelbert, you can't blame anyone but yourself. You had years to connect with players, to prove leadership, to show that the WNBA could stand on its own. But now, every major headline is about Adam Silver, not you. He's the one saving the league, expanding the game, and shaping Caitlin Clark's global future. And that's the part fans are paying attention to. They don't care who's technically in charge. They care about who's actually doing the work. And right now, it's not even close. So there it is. Cathy Engelbert under fire, and Adam Silver stealing the spotlight once again. Do you think this is the beginning of the end for Cathy's time as commissioner? Or can she somehow bounce back from this? Drop your thoughts below, hit like, and make sure to subscribe for more updates on this WNBA power struggle.